What's going on, everyone? How you doing? This is Marlon Hurd, the Valuenaire, and I will welcome you back to the Budget Boys podcast. This is part of our financial education outreach. This is also part of our ministry. Just looking to share some great financial information. Some of the things you might have heard, some of the things you might not have heard, but even just a little bit, even if you can get just a little bit of stuff settled, it could really change for you. So this is part of our ministry, our 508c1a of giving out just free valuable information. This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. This is not tax advice. It's just information, things that I've learned and collected over the years since I've been an entrepreneur since the year 2002. So let's get into it. Now, this is in no particular order. This is just information from me and things that I think about, and just things I've thought of. I've learned over the years that have really kind of helped me hone in my financial process, so that even if I'm not making a lot of money, because there are times where I'm doing extremely well. There are times where it's kind of breaking even, and there are times where I'm not doing so well, where I'm rebuilding and catching up. I still follow the same 5 steps. Okay, I still follow the same 5 steps every time. It doesn't matter. All right. Now, here's some things that I put together, a list of the 10 most dangerous financial mistakes to avoid. All right. And I also did the 3 financial habits that build wealth faster than almost anything else. Okay. So these are 10 financial mistakes I suggest you avoid if you ever want to build wealth, or if you just ever want to get to that point to where things are a little bit smoother financially, right? Some of us may never fully get out of all of our financial binds, okay? But if you can get rid of 50%, 75% of your financial binds, and some of that money you're potentially saving can help smooth out your situation over a period of time, because now you'll have a different outlook on how to run your money. Okay? So, number 10 is ignoring your numbers. Right? If you don't know where your money is going, your money is making decisions without you. So, you want to know what your numbers are. How much money is coming in, how much is going out. Going in, going out. Going in, going out. Okay, how much money do you have coming in? How much are your expenses? So know your numbers, and then when you know your numbers, you can adjust them. Like, okay, we don't need this. How can we cut this down? Right? Oh my gosh, we're still paying for these 3 things. We don't even use them. And then as you start shutting off areas of what we call plugging the leaks, then you'll find, oh man, we have an additional $200 that we are misspending, and then in our community, in our groups, where we're giving you some direction for that $200. Okay? And that $200 could eventually turn into an additional $200 a month, additional $200 a week. Right? And now you're growing steadily. Number 9, trying to look rich. Luxury cars, designer clothes, expensive lifestyle. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. I did it. Yes, Marlon Hurd the Valuenaire. I lived it, and it was one of the fastest way all my money left me. I was buying the watches. I was all over the country, all over the world. I was in Vegas. I was in Iowa. I was in Augusta. I was in California. I was in everywhere. And it was fun, but I really hadn't set a foundation to keep it. I was just spending. And when you do that, you take your eyes off your plan. Okay, so don't try to look rich. Number 8, not having an emergency fund. You want to have cash reserves you can grab right now. So if you're with the bank or your credit union or somewhere, find yourself a high yielding savings account. It's yielding up 3.75%, 4%. And then you start building your emergency fund in that type of account. That will be your emergency fund account. and you want to have at least 6 months to a year of your current monthly expenses just in there. You're not using it to invest. All you're using it for is when an emergency comes up, or let's say, for instance, you lose your job, or your spouse loses their job, or your partner loses their job, or, the kids might need something. Hey, daddy, mommy, I need. So, and you can go grab it. And it doesn't slow your life down, okay? Number 7, waiting for the perfect time to invest. You want to avoid this. The market rewards consistency, not perfection. So just find somewhere to put your money in any kind of market. An IUL, a small, low-risk investment opportunity. Maybe start learning about some crypto. Anywhere where there's interest being earned ahead of inflation. Inflation is 4%. You want to stay ahead of that. You can find something 6, 7, 8. One of the programs I'm in right now is averaging 17%. But I just consistently put money in there. Sometimes I do 100. Sometimes I do more. But it's consistency. Number 6, depending on one source of income, you better have at least 3 to 4 streams of what we call outcome. Income is the information that goes in. Outcome is what you want. But just for the sake of this podcast, all right, you want to have more than one source of income. I don't care if you're working and Ubering. I don't care if you're working and door dashing. I don't care if you're working and you got a little side hustle. You got a little part-time job. That extra money is your freedom money. Now, I know some of us, we use that extra money to make ends meet. But if any of that extra money puts you over and you have a margin, you better give that money a job. Margin creates wealth. If you ever have any margin, put it to work. Number 5, financing everything. Car payments, furniture payments, phone payments, vacation payments, payments on top of payments. And it looks cool. And when you first got it, you're like, oh, my gosh. And then 6 months, a year until you're like, man, I'm still paying for this. Yes, you are. You want to try your best or attempt your best all the time to get it now. Because those payments stack up. And if you can't get it right now, set it up so you can get it. Either purchase an asset that can pay for it or wait till you can actually pay for it in full. All right? Either buy an asset that's turning a profit that will pay for all of that, or wait till you can pay for it. Okay? Lifestyle inflation. When you get a raise, your money goes up. Avoid that. When you get a raise, your spending goes up. So if you go from $60,000 a year to $80,000 a year, a lot of people start spending more to show people that they're making more money. But really, that $20,000 increase, you're only getting about $14,000. So that increase, put it to work. We have this 5-step allocation system. You got to come see it. All right? 5-step. It's real steady. It's real slow. I don't say it's slow. It's steady, but it's protective. Okay? So, spending every dollar you earn. The gap between income and expenses is where wealth lies. If you don't have any margin, you don't have any wealth. All right? If you don't have any margin, you don't have any wealth. Carrying high interest debt. Compound interest either can make you rich or make the bank rich. Yes, if you got those high interest loans and things of that nature, you got to get rid of those. That should be some of the first debts you get rid of. One of the first ones. So when you find any extra money, a lot of it should go to getting rid of high interest debt. And the number one thing you want to avoid is operating without a written money plan. If your money doesn't have a destination, it disappears. A budget isn't punishment. A budget is direction. And this is what we're looking to give to you so you can start building this for yourself inside of Budget Boys. Okay? So these are the 10 things you want to avoid. ignoring your numbers, trying to look rich, not having an emergency fund, waiting for the perfect time to invest, depending on one income source, financing everything, lifestyle inflation, spending every dollar you earn, carrying high interest debt, and the number one thing you want to avoid is operating out a money plan. Okay? Now, we gave you some things to avoid. Here's some things that you may want to start doing right now. These are the top 3 financial habits that work best. Habits. Okay? Your habits. These 3 habits create more financial progress than almost anything else. Your habits. Okay? If you only did these 3 things for the next 10 years, your financial life will look dramatically different. Here's number 1. Spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. This is the foundation of every wealthy person on earth. You cannot out-invest overspending. You cannot out-earn bad habits. You cannot build wealth if every dollar that comes in immediately goes back out. The first rule of money is simple. Create margin. You want to create margin. You cannot out-invest overspending. So that margin becomes emergency funds, investments, business opportunities, down payments, financial freedom. Income creates lifestyle. Margin creates wealth. And wealth is how long does your money last. You have to stop spending more than you earn. And you got to start creating some margin and putting that margin to work. All right? Invest every single month. I don't care. Every month, put something in the bucket. My dad used to say that all the time. He said, I don't care how much it is, just drop a little in the bucket. I don't care if it's $5 here, $20 there. Maybe at some point you could do $100 here. And eventually that will be going through a cycle where it's earning interest. So you don't invest not when the market crashes, not when you get a bonus, not when you feel confident, every month. Wealth is built through automatic investing over long periods of time. The average investor loses because they try to be smart. The successful investor wins because they stay consistent. You don't need to hit home runs. You need to keep showing up. Consistency beats intensity. And number 3, follow a written money plan. This is what we do in our 90-minute call. In our 90-minute call, we put together your money plan. Then we also invite you to come and join the inside the community. Okay? But this may be the most underrated wealth building strategy in existence. Every successful business has a plan. Every successful sport team has a game plan. Every successful investor has a strategy. But most families simply hope everything works out. All right? Hope is not a financial strategy. You can't just hope something happens. Okay? A written money plan tells every dollar where it needs to go. Bills, savings, investing, fund money, giving, goals. A written plan removes stress because decisions are already made. Okay? So here's the Budget Boys wealth formula. Avoid these: lifestyle inflation, financing everything, high interest debt, spending every dollar, operating without a plan. Master these: spend less than you earn, invest every month, follow a written money plan. Do these 3 things long enough and wealth becomes almost unavoidable. Okay? So, come join the community. I'm telling you, man, This is it. This stuff is timeless. Not all that fad and come get some money real quick. This is timeless. This will work no matter what the medium of exchange is. Whatever money is going to be now or in the future, whatever that medium of exchange is, which is money, there's always going to be margin. I don't care if money was chickens, and money is chickens someplace. Some people give family a dowry of chickens and goats and cattle. That's money. That's mediums of exchange. Those mean something. Those are things of value. So if you can find a way to go from 5 chickens to 15 chickens, but you really only need 5, those 10 are margin. You can bargain with those. You can invest with those. Now those 10 chickens might be worth 1 cow. You can barter. Right? And now or some oxen. Now you got an oxen that can do some work, help you till the land, and it costs you 10 chickens. And you were able to invest in oxen, and that oxen can now help you till the land. You can grow wheat, you can grow barley, and now you got wheat and barley that now you can make bread with or make beer with. You got hops, you got barley, you got wheat, you can make grain. You see what I'm saying? Now and then you can sell that. Now you can sell it. But first, that margin was created. So, come join the community. Inside, you'll learn how to find your financial leaks, build your 5-jar system, automate your money, eliminate debt faster, invest consistently, build long-term wealth. So, look in the description area for this episode. There should be a link in the description area. Come join us. It's free. You're going to get some good stuff in there. But it's up to you if you want to take those next steps. So hope you got some value today. This is Marlon Hurd, the Vallionaire, part of the Budget Boys. And we're really out here looking to help people rewrite their financial stories. Because how it started is not how it has to end. So remember, pain is temporary, but glory is forever. Marlon Hurd, the Vallionaire, I'm out.